And I'm now streaming live on YouTube. I need to do a quick audio check. So let's check. Alright. One more audio check. Alright. One more audio check. Still has that echo, and I can't figure out how to get rid of that echo. I've got all of my settings, like, down. And I don't know. There has to be some setting I'm not hitting, because I got my Yeti microphone here in front of me. I got my windscreen and my muffler on the top, and it still has this echo. I'm wearing headphones, so there's no reverb from the computer. All the audio is coming through my ears. So maybe it has to do with my software, my Sound Blaster X-Fi software, which helps me utilize my 7.1 surround sound. If I take away the effects, take away the EA effects, do an audio test now. EA effects, do an audio test now. That kind of sounds like shit. Turn the effects back on. Shit. Turn the effects back on. I don't know, maybe the theater mode just go down here to 23. Just go down here to 23. I still can't figure out why it sounds like shit, even though I have fairly decent audio hardware. Normal, loud, night. Mic. I don't know. I'm on stereo sound, bass reduction, subwoofer gain. I mean, this isn't going to matter. Not for headphones. I'm on Windows for headphones, Windows Sonic for headphones. That's a sound setting that you pick. But it has to do with the mic settings, not the audio settings. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just play what we're here to play, which is 7 billion humans. Otherwise, I'm never going to get to the game. I like how it doesn't bind the mouse. Alright, this sounds a bit loud again. I'm gonna have to drop this. Alright, I dropped it. So I'm gonna do one more audio check with the game audio playing. One more check, playing. One more check, playing. My mic now sounds pretty damn low. Interesting. Well, I think I can raise the mic audio just a little. System sound is up. Volume mixer. And if I check out the right click and I go to, that's volume mixer and sound settings. Sound settings and volume mixer. Sound settings doesn't matter. I've got my microphone, master volume, my tester mic, it's right there. I can't really gain it anymore. Fooling around with the settings on the mic, just as a test. Where's my window to test audio? There it is. Test. Where's my window to test audio? There it is. Test. Where's my sounds? I don't know. It sounded loud, and now when the game starts, it sounds pretty low. And I have my Windows audio settings set to manage sound device. Speakers, microphone, input devices. I'm going to disable input devices. There's my Yeti microphone. So perfect. How come I can't hear my audio for shit? Well, the game audio is there. Test. Well, the game audio is there. Test. 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 See, now it sounds fine. I don't know. Okay, well, I've gone through a few of these, and the only ones, some of the challenges I have left are 10 and 5. This one is about code. Lines of code to make it as small as possible. This is 8 lines of code. And, you know, to be fair, you don't have to pick up. You can just kill yourself. I'm going to copy this code, go into this one, paste it all, and then just drop the pickup and execute. Because you actually win if you don't pick things up as well. See, 5 or fewer commands. 6 commands! So you need to only have 1 jump command. And just do this. It's a lot slower, but you don't win time that way. What? If data queue... Oh, that's right, you need 1 more step? No. If there's... if... I need a loop somewhere here. I need another jump command. If it's data cube, to your right, step to the right. And if it's data cube to your left, step to the left. But I need... Everyone has to live. So in this case, I mean, you can do else if... But that adds a line. And you kind of need a step command. See, I had 8 lines, 6 lines, and there it is. We're just inside the loop forever, right? But I can get 6 lines that way, and I can't get 5 lines this way. For some reason, I just can't get 5 lines. I can get 6 lines. I mean, I should say... Yeah. If there's data cube, there's that else. Else... Oh, I know how this works. Give me the top. Give me the top. If there's data cube, there's step. Else. Step... Oh, I know how to do this. Excuse me. Step. Else. Step right. Jump this way. And then... Maybe that'll work? No. And that's 5 commands. So... It didn't work. Trying to get this in 5 commands. So... This just... Like... They step, but then it says, okay, jump. Step right, step left, step right, step left. For some reason, they just keep juggling over and over again. Right? Is this the 3rd one? Yeah. I'm not sure how to do this in 5 commands. Because all you get is if, drop, pick up, step. You don't have to pick up. But you have to step, and you have to jump to repeat the cycle. And I can't do this. If there's a data cube, or... Because they have data cubes on each side of them. So, or if to your side doesn't equal a hole, a worker, a wall. How do you do this in 5 commands? Alright? You can't. Pardon. And then we just keep stepping. If there's a data cube there, or no, because if there's a data cube to your right, I'll step that way. Oh. Instead of having the else statement, you know. Of course, another if statement. If to the left, data cube, step left. Same number of lines. But in this one, or if see, then they're stepping on the same data cube. So I can't say or if it's under you step right, because they'll just keep stepping right there. If you step to the right, this data cube. Okay, this is stepping to the right. Put this command first. If data cube's on the right, step right. If data cube's on the left, step left. No, it doesn't work. 5 commands, my ass. You have to get them to walk into the fucking hole. If to the right is a data cube, or you know, you need to loop the step over and over again, and that's 2 more lines. It's 1 more jump command. I do not know how to do this in 5 commands. I can only do it in 6 commands. That's why you can't do that one. Here, though, emergency escapades. Yeah, you got me stumped on this one, too. I need to do it in time. I've got it in a few number of moves. Okay? I've got it in 9 commands. But my fucking god, is it atrociously slow. Like, you just have to speed the bitch up. I can't make it go any faster. And I'm taking shortcuts to make it go fast. See, this command works. It's 9 commands. It's slow. It takes like 200 and something seconds at normal speed to go. But, so you're not going to win the speed records, but you're going to get 9 or fewer commands out of this. But as far as the speed record is concerned, that's what all these commands are for down here. Like, I'm trying to guide everyone, right? And it doesn't quite work. Because I'm trying to get the time right of like 55 seconds. This was my original command in 8 and 11 commands. But this is supposed to be my fast one. Like, everyone can step 4 pieces to the right. Okay? And that's this row with on the ones, and that's this row not. And then I can say, you know, if you're on a blank square at this point, step left, you know, that's what all this shit's about. If you're on 3, you know, I'm minimizing the commands, right? Because if you're on 4, step to the left. But if you're on 4 and there's a wall below you and nothing on the top of you, right here, step up the number of times to take a shortcut. But I still don't get the time in this one. Like, I try so hard to make this go fast. But I don't know how to do it in the time you need to do it in. 71 seconds instead of 25 seconds. 25 seconds is your target. And I just don't know. Like, you know, if you're here with a wall, I could command every step of the way, right? If you have, you know, like everyone steps this many, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can say, if there's a wall, you know, what was this one? 9 steps? Yeah, 9. My original one at 11. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright. So, this is going to be a lot of commands. I can just delete this code and start again. Yeah. This is the program. I hope you didn't delete all of them. Okay, no, just that one. So, you know, you set this one. And you'll say, if the top of you is a hole, right? You can step 4 over, right? 4 commands to step. It doesn't matter how many commands we take. We're just trying to get this done fast. Alright? So 4 steps over. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're surrounded, you have a dude. If there's a dude, if in the front of you, no, because that'll apply to everyone. This person right here just needs to step. But like if I said if there's a dude behind you, you can step 4. Well, everyone can step 4. Like that's why I just did 4 steps, because everyone needs to step 4. You know? So, you know, you can just get rid of this code. I mean, if you're gonna try and make it fast. Alright. Everyone step 4 over. And this one, you know, if you have a hole on either side of you, if up is a hole and down is a hole, right? Step 1 over. And then step 1 over. And then I can say jump, because I'm going to be jumping commands, right? And then I'll jump down below somewhere else. And where I'll jump below is if 3, which is here. If you're on a 3, then you can step down. Okay? Then step down, right? You're going to jump to this command. There's a reason for that. Like the jump is there because I'm going to put another thing here. It's not redundant because I'm going to put something between them. So if you're on a 3, you just need to step down. I don't want it to check each time though, that's the thing. Like if you're on a 3... Oh. If I'm on a 3 and the tile behind me is blank, and the tile behind me is nothing, step down 3. Okay? And step, step, step. Again, this is specifically grabbing the top dude. Step, step, step. I probably don't need this jump right now. If there's a hole, step that way. I'll get rid of this jump for now. If you're standing on this tile, it's the only one like it. Well, no, this one is like it too, but we're never going to get there. I'm going to step down 3. If you're on a 4 tile, the first 4 tile you hit, okay? And step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? If the tile you're on equals 4, then you need to step over 5. Alright? This is going to be 5 steps to the right. Again, this is very, very specific. Because I'm trying to get through this very, very fast, not very efficiently. Okay? So So if you're standing on your first 4 tile, oh yeah, and the wall to your right, and the wall to your right, this is a wall, then there you go. If 4, right? And if it's just if it's 4, and if you're standing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if the tile you're on equals 4, and the wall behind you, there's a wall behind you, and behind you is a wall, then step up 6. Step up 6. I am piloting this one dude, and that's it. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna stand right there. And the last choice is if what I'm standing on is blank and the tile behind me equals 3, then step 1 and you're done. So that's this guy. He steps 4, he steps 1, he steps down, he steps over. For these dudes over here, alright, they're gonna step 4. And I'll say if the tile you're standing on is 1, okay, walk up 4. Alright? So that's all of him. So right here after 4, if the tile I'm standing on is a 1, then originally everyone here is just gonna step up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I mean, if you're on a 1, step up 4. Initially. It's the only one we're gonna go on, right? So I wonder if I should make them step up 5 and have the guys up here walk this way and then back down. Well, anyway, not really. Okay, so if we're on a 1, at least step up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm on a 1, I'm going to step up 4 initially. And that's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're standing on a 4 and there's a hole behind you, step over 2. Alright. If you're standing on a 3, and this happens, else if you're standing on a 3 here, then you have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're standing on a 3 up there, if the tile you're on equals a 3, and the tile to the left equals a hole, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step down 8. Step down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so everyone's stepping over 4. If you're stepping on a 1, you have to step up 4. If you're on a 4 at that point, and if you're stepping on a 4 and there's a hole behind you, step over 2. Yeah. If you're on a hole and, okay, so here, so I just stepped up 1 with all the 1s, right? Yeah. And specifically, there's a hole up and down in front of you, yeah. Alright, so if you're on a 1, step up 4. if you're on a 4, and there's a hole behind you, if the tile you're on equals 4, and the tile behind you is a hole, step 2 over. Then it's going to check 3. If 3 and hole, step down. Because that's the only time you're going to do it, except here. If 3 and hole, right? But the first dude, he's only going to step over 1, and that's this tile right here. If 3 and behind you is nothing, okay, that's his cue to go. So he's going to go this way and drop down this many. Everyone else is going to drop down that many. And then everyone else is going to follow the 4 commands. Now, on the 1s, everyone's going to go up 4. But there's a person behind you, so if you're a 1... If you're a 1 and there's a 4 in front of you, step up 1. This is a lot of ifs. If the tile you're on is a 1, and the tile in front of you is a 4, step 1. If you're stepping on a 1, and okay, that one works, but there are 4 dudes. That's 2. 3 and 4 are here. And these are the same. If there's a 1 in front of you, if there's a 1 behind you, and there's a hole on either side. And if there's a worker behind you. Oh, no, this is fine. Workers, don't forget workers. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy is going to go up 4. This guy over here is going to step over 4. If you're standing on a tile, and the tile to your left is 1, right? And step over 1. So that's all the steps. If you're stepping on a 1, step up. If the tile you're on, yeah, 4. Those 3 dudes are gonna step up 4. These ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's fine. The first time you hit a 1, step up 4. But here, alright. If 1 and blank behind you. If 1 and behind you is nothing, then step up 4. If 1, then just step up 1. Alright? That's gonna loop them for a while, that's gonna make them slow. If 1 loop. If 1 step up. Just if 1 step up. If 1 and this step up 4. If 1 and tile above you, step up 1. Yeah, if it's 1 above and below you, step up 2. Because if this 1 steps up 2, they should be fine. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the next one. If 1 and above you is 1 and below you is 1, which is here, you at least gotta step up 2, because if you're here, you can step up 2. If you're here, you can step up 2. And then you can step up 2. So if these criteria matter, then you can step up 2. Step up 2. Again, I'm trying to do this really fast. So everyone steps here. These assholes are fine. You assholes, on the other hand, have to step to the left by 1. Alright? So if all you 1s have to go, you know, you're gonna check the entire code, aren't you? Alright. So that's all the 1s. If there's a 1, there's a 1, there's a 1. If you're standing on nothing and the space in front of you is a 1, then step 1 over. Yeah. If, okay, that's 4 spaces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah. If there's a space to the left of you and to the right of you, step 2 over. Alright? If the space in front of you is nothing, and the space behind you is nothing, then that means you stepped here. And this is after the other command, so the other 4 steps will happen first. Then step over 2. Then step 2. Step 1. Step 2. And if you step here, oh right. If 1 and wall, then step 7. That takes care of this bottom guy. Yeah. So this is the nothing thing, and they step. So if you're standing on a 1, and there's a wall behind you, then you need to step 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I probably don't need to do this. If you're here, you can just step 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the shortcut. And if you're going to take the shortcut, then that applies to the dude who's on a 3. Yeah. So actually, for the guy who's there on the wall, he can step up 2, and then he can actually step over 1. He can actually step over 2. And I actually don't need these other 3 commands. Okay. Everyone else, this is not a unique hole where it's 1 hole nothing. It's 1 hole nothing. Yes, so I can't do anything with that. That's not a unique space. And these 3 aren't unique spaces. That is. And if you're on a 4 with wall, step this way. Let's just see if this works. No, they get stuck. Okay, right there. If on 1 and there's nothing behind you, step up 4. Nobody stepped up 4? How about if 1 and a worker is behind you, step up 4? No. Well, behind you equals nothing. I don't know. I mean, behind you could be a worker, right? Try that. There you go. These guys, they'll do it. How come you get stuck? Oh, you have to go through all the steps. That guy just backtracked. Okay, they take the shortcut down there. That's pretty cool. But if you guys don't do dick, yeah, if you get down to the shortcut, you're fine. If you get over here, you're fine. You two have the shortcut. Here,
none of this works. Because they're going to step over 4. If they're stepping on a 1, then they need to step up 4. Yeah, and then if you're on a 4 with a hole behind you, you need to step over 2. If you're on a 4 and there's a hole behind you, right there, if you're on a 4 and there's a hole behind you, alright, then you need to step over 2. And if you're on a 3 and there's a hole in front of you, step down 8. Yeah. It honestly should work. Like, why aren't the cards moving? Like here, if I'm standing on a 1, I could just make them juggle if they're just on 1. If on 1. Step up. I don't want to do it this way, because it's just so slow. But, you know, if you're on a 1, you can step up. If you're on a 1 and there's a 1 in front of you and behind you, you can step up too. I don't mind that. Yeah. I could probably get rid of this one. It's covered in the other one. I'm just trying to be fast. If you're standing on nothing and there's a 1 in front of you, you can step over 1. If you're standing on nothing and there's a nothing in front of you and behind you, and step 2. Alright, give that a try. Jesus Christ, really? They get up to there and they don't move. They don't move when, you know, if you're on a 4 and there's a wall behind you. You know? There's a hole behind you. Step 2. But they don't actually step off of the 1. If you're on a 1 tile and there's a wall, I programmed you to actually take a shortcut. Here, if you're on nothing in a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1, step up 2. I should get rid of that, I guess. Alright, let's try that. Maybe that'll help, because now I don't know. Like this guy right here. Okay, why isn't he doing anything? If 3 and nothing, no. If 4 and nothing, no. Okay, so fine. You're programmed. So are you. And you're programmed. And you're programmed. And you're programmed and you're programmed. Yeah, you guys hit the program just fine. How come you... Oh, because I didn't actually loop all the commands, that's why. Yeah, someone's a tard. And that someone is me. I don't like this. It's still slow. "90 seconds? I've gotten worse? Holy shit. Maybe I need my 1s back. Alright? You have nothing in 1 step. You have nothing in nothing step. If 1 in wall, I'll do the program. Yeah. If standing on a 1 and in front of you is a 1 and behind you is a 1, then at least step 2. There, let's try that. Maybe I'll get everyone there faster. 74 seconds. I can't solve this in 25 seconds. Oy. Alright. Maybe I should program everyone who's on the first 3 to take a shortcut. See, the first guy is here. He steps over 1. Here, if you're on a 1, they're gonna get in each other's way. They won't be able to block. There's only one unique square there. If you're standing on a 1 and the direction in front of you is blank, equals nothing, then step 2 this way. If you're standing on a 1 and if you're standing on 1 and to the angle of you is 1, then step this way and then step this way. If the space I'm on is a 1 and the angle up this way is nothing, then step this way and then step this way. That takes care of all of the assholes here. And those assholes are taken care of. The only other assholes I have are these ones and these ones. Alright? Those assholes take the shortcut, and all of these guys get locked up. Because it just takes them too long. 81 seconds, I got worse? Well, yeah, because everyone's going to try and take the shortcut at that point. Well, if everyone takes the shortcut, it might be fine. Because everyone should take a shortcut at that point. Yeah, everyone should take a shortcut. But everyone's going to be fighting over the shortcut, that's the problem. Actually, here, if you're on this one, I'd say step up 4, and then you can start doing all of these. If you're on the 1 and there's nothing here, I would say probably step up 4. That might be faster. And then they can take the 4 steps and the 3 steps. That might get a couple of these assholes out of here. And so if you're on the 1 with a wall behind you, right, then you should probably step up 1, step over 1, step that way 1. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, they're kind of still doing their thing. 86! By trying to optimize, I make it worse. Some of them go up, some of them take the shortcut. This is why I can't make this any faster. I think the fastest I ever got it was like 55 seconds. And that might have been this one, with the shitty one, where they keep checking every time. You know? No one takes a shortcut in this. But the thing is that everyone moves. You know? And in this one, like, this is the one with the shortest amount of keys, so I'm just gonna quit. This is the one with the shortest amount of keystrokes. And this is the one where everyone takes a shortcut. You know? And this one isn't even that fast. Oh, no one takes a shortcut here. That's right. In this particular case, they have to keep checking over and over again. That's the problem. They have to wait for each of the checks. Okay? You know? I can ignore some of the checks. Like, if they're on a 3, I can make them ignore the other checks. Right? In fact, I could make it faster if I just keep jumping. Okay? Like this. Like this. That way they only check once. Spaghetti code RS. Alright. So they're not going to check all of the commands each time. Might be faster. Because they should, yeah, they should be in a loop until, you know. And the other one, I should say, if 4, and they would do one more check, right? Here, if 4, but if I command them to do all of the commands right away, then I don't know if this will be faster or slower. Like, because the first time they hit a 4 is up here, actually. So, you know, if 4, jump. That's this one, right? Nope, that's not that one. That's the one that's if 4, jump. Oh shit, this is why I hate spaghetti code. This is the 1. If that's 1, fine. Which one's 2? 2 won't even be needed at this point. Okay, is this one 2? Yeah, this one's 2. So that's 1, that's 2. This one's 3. This one's 4, actually. 1, 2, 4. What's this one? 3? This is the number 3? Alright, 1, 2, 3. And what's this one? Oh, if nothing step. Well, if nothing should go down here. Nothing, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is the one at the very bottom. I don't think I need this one if I have all these jumps everywhere else. The 4 one is unique though. Because I can program the 4 to be something very specific. Okay? And maybe it'll be faster. So if 4, jump to 4. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's this one at top. So if they're on a 4, I can do one more check. Way up here. If the space you're on equals a 4 and there's a wall behind you. Because the first time you're on a 4, they'll hit this one right here. If 4, they're going to step over. And then right here is the next command. If the space I'm on is a 4, and there's a wall behind me, which there should be, and behind me equals a wall. This is the second time. Then, because they'll be, the first time they hit this, they'll be on a 3, and it'll cycle. Then they'll be on a 4, and it'll cycle. But as soon as the cycle's here, they'll be here. So they need to move over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you move up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then I need to move over 1. Specific programming. There. Let's see if this is any faster. That was pretty good. 27 commands, 74 seconds. Not cool. Alright. Not cool. They gotta check all of these though. I don't have to check the 2 at all because they're never gonna reach 2. And if 1, yeah, they have to move up. But I could do the specific case of the ones at the bottom. You know, if 1 and wall, they'll take care of these 2 to take a shortcut. You know, if 1 and wall, then step up 1, step over 1, programming, right? And step to the left by 1. There you go. That'll help with some of them. Yeah, see? That gets rid of a few of them. Am I past 74 seconds yet? 70 seconds? How the hell do you get 25 seconds on this? I'd like to just loop them until, you know, like loop while. We need a loop while. Loop while the step in front of you is not a hole, right? Because then I can make them walk and then they stop. And then they break the loop. Here I can't do that yet. So, yeah, loop while or do loop while, do until, right? Do while or loop while is what we need. I programmed those assholes. If it's 1 and if the tile under you is 1 and the tile to your right is nothing, then you're going to step to the upright and then you're going to step this way. In this particular case though, I did all these steps. That's all of the if it's 1. If it's 1, do all of this. If it's 1, you'll skip that, you'll skip that. But right here, you'll skip this, but you won't skip this step here. At least I don't think you will. Yeah, see, they go up by 1. So they don't skip that one. I'm down to 63 seconds. Yeah, if they're in this one, then they need to jump actually here. Over this right here. I know it's spaghetti code, but that's the whole point. I'm trying to make it fast. So I'm actually making these assholes take a shortcut. 2 of them. These guys and these guys. Everyone's taking the shortcut at the end. Hey, wait a minute. I told you, if it's nothing, step up and step to the right. Oh, there's an else in there. There shouldn't be an else in there. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That makes them do all this stuff. And I'm down to 63 seconds, which I think is the same as before. If it's 1, jump. If it's 4, jump. If it's 3, then jump. Don't do all the other commands. Yeah. So, actually, the first time they hit 3, I could program them to go down, because the first time they're going to hit 3, and the one above you is empty. If it's 3. If the tile you're standing on is 3, and the tile above you is nothing, then you need to step down 8. You need to step down 8. And over 1. Yeah. No, just step down 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try that, bitch. There you go. That's pretty good. Is it like 50 seconds now? 53 seconds. I just need to shave off double time. Alright. If you're stepping on a 4... this one. This one at the bottom was a 4 and 4, right? Like, this one is the second check. The one, if you're stepping on a 4, you need to step over 2 right away. The first time you hit a 4, and there's a wall behind you, right? If you're in a 4, if you're stepping on a 4, and the tile to your right is a hole, then you need to step over to the left 2. Else, step to the right by 1. Yeah, there you go. Try that. Now they're gonna be now it's gonna, yeah, there you go. Skipping a bunch of commands because it skips a bunch of loops that way. 57. How do I get worse? If 4 in a hole, this step 1 doesn't matter. Because if 4, yeah, I can actually get rid of this step. So if it's 4, if it's 4 in a hole, step 2. If it's 4 and not a hole, which means this one. Because the first time you hit a 4 is this one. Then you'll hit a 3. And the next time you hit a 4 is up here. If 4, wall, and wall, and wall. We need to add one more step then. There. Yeah, there you go. "61 seconds. Now it's getting slower. It was faster before. Why? See, everyone does all these checks, right? So, I don't know. So everyone's here. You're gonna step up. You're gonna step 1. I could actually make it a little faster by programming the people here to take a shortcut as well. And you assholes still go up by 1. If you're standing here, you know, you can take a shortcut. If nothing, step 1. It's a second check though. If nothing, and if you're stepping on nothing, and the tile above you is black, and the tile in front of you is a 1, then what you need to do, if nothing else, just put it here. I don't know. Then you need to step that way. That way. And that way. If it's a 1, step. Here you need to jump. I need to skip the step down here. Spaghetti code, yay. All these checks take up all this time. Right? So that's like the hang-up. That's the biggest hang-up right there. And why do they hang up so much? When you're on a 3, you know? That's a hang-up right there. These assholes who step on the 3 for the first time. That's a hang-up. Alright? Right here. If it's 3 and nothing up, I told them to program down. Otherwise, I tell them to step down. Here, though, I can jump and skip this one. If you're a 3, and if it's a 3, and you have a hole, if it's a 3 and you have a space that's blank behind you, actually, you know, like, all the ones who step down here should probably take a shortcut this way. Step, step, and then step down. And they'll hit that 4 right away. So, let's go back up to the 1s right now. If 1. If 1 and wall. Step, step. How about you step down? So you're stepping up 1, you're stepping up this way, you're stepping down this way. Alright? And how about you just simply step down 2 more while you're at it? Now you're specifically programmed to go right to that 4. If it's 1 in a wall. If it's 1 and there's nothing up there, then why don't you step that way? Step there. And right there, actually, yeah, if I step there, then that's the same step as spaghetti code up here this way. So I need to step, okay, look, if it's a wall and nothing, then you need to interject yourself right there. You don't need these steps. Right here. Yeah. If it's 1 and a wall, do this. If it's 1 and there's nothing here, interject yourself into that specific command. And yeah. How about another one? If it's 1 and otherwise just step up. Because I can't crowd that hole. Like these guys are gonna go up there, these guys are gonna go up there. Everyone else can go here, but everyone on a 3 is just clogging the system. Alright? So, like, the first time you hit a 3 is gonna either be here or here now. So, if it's a 3 and there's nothing to the top of you, here's your command. If you're on a 3, this is where it's clogging up. Otherwise, if you're on a 3 and there's nothing in this corner, else if you're on a 3, else if the tile you're stepping on is a 3, and the upper right corner is nothing. Actually, that would work on that one too. How about if the tile to your right is a hole? Then your programming needs to step you down too. And there you go. Well, if your programming is going to step you down too, then why don't I just jump your happy ass with this jump command? Instead of putting here, why don't I just jump you up to here? So like this 1 over here is the first one, right? The 0, this is 1. Oh, that's the 1. No, let's go back up. That's the 0, that's the 1. Right there. 0, that's the 1. So where's the 3? 4. I don't like spaghetti code. But yeah, if it's 3 in a hole, I'm just gonna say I just need to step down 2 at this point. So I just need to go here and step down 2. And then here you can just, you know, like I don't need these steps. Because I have my list of commands, I just need to insert myself in the right command place. So we do a lot of checks. Alright, so he's gonna command himself to go somewhere. Seriously? I told you if you were on a 3 to step down 2. If you're on a 3 and there's a hole there, okay, if you were on a 1, where are my 1s? If you're on a 1, okay, if 1, first of all, if 1. If you're on a 1 and there's a wall, step up, step to the angle, step down, yeah, and then step, step. If you're 1 and there's nothing to the corner of you, then you just need to insert yourself here. Sure. Otherwise, if you're on a 1, like right here, I guess you can just step up. Yeah. Well, yeah, because then you won't meet the criteria of a wall or the space. So you're here and you just step up 1. That works. I don't want the people on the 1 to have to go through all the commands again. That's the thing. If you're on a 1, you should check to see if you're just on a 4. Alright? Like right here, I can step and say, if you're on a 4, okay? Yeah, so you're gonna step here. And I'm just gonna loop you. I shouldn't If you're gonna do that and you're on that one and nothing, jump. Otherwise, you're gonna step, right? So if the tile you're standing on ever becomes a 4, then we need to jump you down to 4. Which is here. Yeah. Try that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. Wait a minute. If you're on a 4, you guys go all the way down there and then suddenly you go up. Like if 4. If 4, and to the right of you is a wall, which that doesn't apply here. Alright. If 4. Jump. Yeah. Oh, well, they don't step to the right. That's the thing. But no, if you're on a 4, I told you to jump all the way up here. You know? And if you're on a 4, that's your programming to get the hell out of Dodge. If I don't need this jump command, 2 jumps here. Yeah, if you're gonna jump there, this jump command is pointless. If you're a 3 and there's a hole this way. No, if you're a 3 and there's a... If you're on a 3 and there's a hole this way... Oh, because... Yeah. No, I told him to step down that many. To get a dodge. But here, if there's a 3 and the hole is to the right, then I told them to step down, and I told them to jump and get out. So I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so you right here, you. If 1, so you're gonna walk up, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah. You're gonna walk up instead of forward. So really, if it's 1, which is here, if it's 1 in a wall, do all those commands. If it's 1 and nothing, do all those commands. This is all if it's 1. Uh-huh. And this is all if it's 1? Oh. Okay, well, no. How come if it's 4? Because if it's 1 and they step up and it went to 4, yeah. But if it's just 1 and there's nothing, well, if it's 1 and there's nothing in front of you, alright. I'll give you a conditional statement. If you're stepping on a 1 and the space in front of you equals nothing, then jump somewhere. Jump to the command that sends you to the right. Actually, there is no command that sends you to the right, is there? No, but there's a command that sends you down. This one. And if this and nothing in front of you, then step this way. Cramping everyone's style, my friend. How come when they hit 4, they step up? I need to follow this dude again. Alright, so, hold on. Step, step, step. You're stepping over. Perfect. If you, if one and nothing, step once over. You step down, and then step down. If it's one and nothing, which it's not. Oh, that's it. Because everyone on the one command is doing weird shit because of this step command. Do I need this step command? Apparently, people are getting clogged up in the system. I thought if it was one, you guys would go up to stop clogging the system. Well, yeah, I need to set that command. If one, right? If one, and to the top corner, yeah, I need to set that command. If you're standing on a 1 and this corner equals a hole, then you need to step 1, 2, 3, 4 up. You just need to step 4 up. That's just plain and simple. Now try. Wait, what? If there's a hole and a 1... Wait, but why did you guys break there? What's going on? Okay, you. Why? What's wrong with you? It was if the square is nothing and there's a hole above you. Oh, okay. That was only supposed to apply to here. If you're standing here. If you're standing on a square and there's nothing above you. Well, why do I need that square anyway? Is it because of you? No, because you hit the 1. So I don't actually need this one. Actually, if you're standing on nothing with 1 above you, I need to check the commands here. I actually need to put you up. 1. Move up 3, actually. There, now let's try it. That seems okay. Maybe not. They do get clogged a little bit, but... Alright. 44 seconds. I've actually trimmed it down to 44 seconds. Well, that's fine. We're getting clogged in the shortcut, though, which is understandable. Yeah. And all of the checks we have to do is a little silly. Like, initially, can I just have everyone walk... If I just had everyone walk ahead 4 spaces initially, like I did at the very beginning, like up here, if everyone just walked ahead 4 spaces, before all of this even began. Then they don't have to do the check so much. So they do all that. But this guy right here is gonna step on this square, and there's no command for that. If you're stepping on nothing, and there's a hole above you, and to the right of you is a 1. If you're stepping on a 1, yeah, the nothing square would be here. And I told you to jump all the way up here, and then you're gonna step 4 and die. So let's probably not do that. If you're stepping on nothing, and you don't meet this criteria, which is this one. Oh yeah, you do step 1 to the right. Okay, so you should be fine. So maybe this will be fine now. Because I just made everyone shortcut it out. You get stuck. You get stuck. Why do you get stuck? Okay, what are you waiting on? What command are you waiting on? You. What are you waiting on? If the space you're on is 4, which it's not. If the tile you're on is 3. Oh, because when you walk down, if it's 3 and there's nothing above you, which doesn't apply. If it's 3 and there's a hole to your right, which doesn't apply. Oh! So anyone who comes down to this space, I thought that I made you guys walk down 8. That's the thing. If it's 3. Yeah, I thought I did. I thought the 3 was all of this. Why do you keep doing that? Okay. Right here. If it's 3, right? If it's 3. Oh, if it's 3 and there's nothing above you, step down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Maybe you should step down 8. Because if you guys walk up this way, and you're here, then once you're on a 3, you need to step down 8. You do step down 8. Now I know what your problem is. Okay, so it's like the bitch who gets stuck. That bitch? This bitch. Right here. This bitch gets stuck? She don't know what to do? She has no idea what to do. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's stepping on nothing. Right? If you're stepping on nothing, and there's a hole above you, and to your right is 1. Alright. There's no other condition for nothing. Okay, so otherwise I tell you to step to the right, and there's no condition for stepping on the 3 that way. Okay, that's the problem. If you're stepping on nothing, and you don't meet that criteria, then this one you need to actually step. I can fix this. You need to step. You're here. You just need to step down to the right. This one. Instead of stepping once on the nothing square. Yeah, right here. Instead of stepping once, we need to jump. And you need to go down here. Spaghetti code. You need to go down here. Okay? Because that's just what you have to do. So this step needs to go away. Try this thing. There you go. Why are you wigging out? You're on a 1, dumbass. If you're on a 1 and... Oh. It was this one here. So she gets confused here. If it's a 4, which it's not. If it's nothing, which it is. If it's nothing... Oh. What about if it's nothing and there's a 1 in front of you? Oh, okay. Yeah. That doesn't work. Yeah, so she clogs up the system. If there's nothing on you and behind you, okay. It's the nothing steps that are killing me. Well, this one problem This one program is gonna keep me up all fucking night. Alright. If there's nothing in a hole, and there's ways of one, do this program. Otherwise, jump to this one? Well, that works if you're there, but it doesn't work if you're there. Alright, how about if it's nothing and there's a 1 above you. Yeah, if it's nothing and there's 3 1s. Because see, this bitch right here, she goes here and doesn't know what to do. If there's a nothing above you and 3 1s in front of you, that's gonna be something completely different, yes. Let's do that. It's specific programming, but let's just give it a try. If nothing. Alright, this jump needs to probably go away. Or if nothing and to the top of you is nothing and in front of you is a 1. Oh, this is nothing. This is a 1. Ugh, that applies to a lot of people, actually. Fuck. Doesn't work. You plug up the system, bitch. You're not on a 4. You're on a nothing square. If nothing in a hole, nope. If nothing is in front, above you, and to the right is 1. Oh. Yeah, you need to step forward 2. Once you step forward 2, should I jump down to? Yeah, try that. That's cool. You asshole. You don't know what to do. If you're on a nothing square, and nope, if you're on a nothing square and there's nothing ahead of you and there's 1, yeah, so you seem to be fine. If we step on a 1, and there's nothing there, and there's a hole to your top, fine. If you step on a nothing, if you step on a 1 square, okay, you're not on a nothing square anymore. You're on a 1 square. If you're on a 1 square, that's fine. You are going to be on a nothing square. Okay. If nothing. And top of you is nothing. And that weighs a 1. How about step forward 1? And leave it at that. Step forward 1. Because then I shouldn't have you jump here. I really shouldn't. Because you need to do special cases. Oh, wonderful. Now that we don't jump anymore, you're cock blocked. You don't know what to fucking do. If it's nothing, and there's a hole above you, If it's nothing and nothing. Oh yeah, because you don't know what the fuck to do. Ugh. Alright, how about... This is all if it's nothing. How about... If... It's nothing. And above you and below you is a hole. Step down. Then you have to step at an angle. So we gotta go. Then you have to step down at that angle, which is if you're stepping on blank tiles. This one right here. But you guys, oh shit, you don't know what to do. Don't we have to step? No, because I don't loop a step. If we have to go back to the beginning, which we do here, and we should probably, okay, so the initial 4 steps are here. Maybe I should step once, if they have to loop back. If they have to loop back up to here, past all the 4 programming and past the initial, then maybe they should step 1 to the right. Try that. Oh shit. What the fuck's wrong with you? You got all cock blocked and shit. Okay, yeah. You. How come, was it you? Okay, you should be step. Yeah. Here. Why did you go all the way back up there after the 3? Oh, maybe the 3 doesn't loop where it's supposed to. Because it seems to not loop at the 4. Yeah, it doesn't. I have to change that. Yeah, the 3 just jumps. If it's a 3 and a hole, then we jump down 2. If you step on 3, it just goes down, and then this 3 jumps to here, and then that 3 goes all the way up to only here. So yeah, this actually has to go up before that. Try that now. All your workers have died. What the fuck? Who died? Oh, there's an asshole who just jumps off the thing. Okay, yeah, some dicks, they go off the side here. Okay. Who goes off the side? You go off the side. Wow. Why do you go off the side? I want to show you something, I'm sure you do. So you're there, you get all your steps in. Fine. If it's 4, nope. Oh, that's why. This step over here, makes everybody die. The step I added in, if they have nothing to do, makes them croak. Otherwise, well, I need some kind of walk. Well, I can put a step past some commands. Like you. You're waiting on something, right? It's nothing, but if all of this doesn't work, which it doesn't. That criteria doesn't work, that criteria doesn't work, and that criteria doesn't work. If none of that works, how about else step to the right one? Yeah, if nothing, all of this, else step. Alright? Right here. Else, step to the right. Alright. And then if it's gonna go down here, I'll just put it here. Nope, that everyone's gonna hit it then. Alright. You need that jump there. Spaghetti code. Alright. You still croak. Why do you croak? You. Why do you croak? If it's nothing. Else. You're not on nothing, you're on 1. You're on 1. Dude, you're on 1. Like you. You're on 1. See, look, step, step, step. Okay, you're fine. If on a 4, nope. If on nothing, but you're not on nothing. Oh. If nothing, step. Yeah, I should do if nothing step. Get rid of the else. He doesn't sacrifice himself anymore. Now he'll do his thing. Alright. You assholes won't do dick. Because if nothing, right? But the criteria doesn't work too well, right? Not for you guys. Because you guys step 4. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you right here, like, you are stuck. You are cockblocked. Because you guys will step 4. You've step 4. And at this particular case, after you step 4, you're in the nothing category still. If nothing. There's a hole above you, but there's not a hole below you. There's a hole above you, but there's not a 1. If nothing and nothing and 1. Alright, we have to add one more criteria for nothing. If you're stepping on nothing and ahead of you is nothing, which will only apply to you guys. After the first 4 steps, if behind you is nothing and ahead of you is nothing, then you need to step 1. Now you should be fine. I mean, you'll make it, but the programming gets kind of clogged up still. 34 seconds. I'm getting it closer and closer to 25. They just get a little bit clogged up, don't they? So, like, if I keep stepping, like, you are fine, right? And then you go up by that. And you, my friend, you should actually, go up too. Then you guys have to wait, don't you? Yeah. But you, why are you waiting? If nothing and 1, right? That's what you're waiting on. If nothing and a hole. If nothing and a hole. If nothing and nothing and a 1. Yeah, like if nothing, if nothing, that's what you're waiting on. But you're really waiting a long time for that, you know? That's the problem. You guys wait a long time, and you know, you're in this perpetual loop of nothing, right? You're still waiting on a space. You should be waiting on a space. You are waiting on if 4. Why are you waiting? Because everyone else has a command to. I think so. As soon as you get there, like, why are you waiting so much? I don't know. But I did get down to 34 seconds. Anyone got any tips? Because I still have to cut off 9 seconds. But individual programming dudes is getting a little bit spaghetti code, and I put in too many jumps. But I do think individual programming of specific locations is the way to go. So anyway, I think I'm done for now. I've been streaming a while, and I need to get to bed. See you guys later.